truck. Welcome back to Stay Tuned. I'm Tony Angelo. Today we are going to dig into my low buck track weapon C5 and finally get this thing out and running and ripping like it's supposed to. We've been through setback and setback with this car, but we're going to get going and we're doing it right now. Now, you may notice that the car is up in the air a little bit in the front. That is because after we had it tuned at Sloppy Mechanics last time, and it made 427 wheel horsepower out of this iron Isuzu truck motor. I was pumped. I took it out on the street. I let it fly in first gear, kept the burnout going in the second, felt great. Thing sounds incredible. The tune that Matt put on it is crispy and perfect. I went up and down the street and I was coming back down and I thought, hey, it's got some drift knuckles in it and a handbrake, as you do, as any red-blooded American would. Cut the wheel, stomp on the clutch, and pull that handbrake and just slide it back in and we'll put it up on the trailer and go home. Except, and this has happened twice now, every time I stomp on the clutch, I wind up kicking the master cylinder off the firewall. And that's what happened. You know, the clutch stays in and you pull the handbrake and it dies and you don't look as cool as you think you're gonna look. It happens. And everyone's standing out there going, I thought this kid knew how to drive. It doesn't matter. Look, it's not my fault. I'm 2 for 2. We've got an upgrade, we've got a solution, we've got a fix. Okay? If you don't know, the Corvette master cylinder setup is basically just the same master they put in a truck, Silverado, and it locks into the fiberglass firewall, which is this little tab. And if you don't have it locked in all the way, or if you just kick it really hard, you're gonna break it right out of the firewall. I've done it twice now. I do kick pretty hard. I seem to drive it around fine, but when my brain goes sliding around time, I kick it right off the firewall. So we're gonna fix that. We've got the perfect solution. It's this cap. This sucker. Yeah. Boom, boom. All right, let's go. So, and I got this clutch master fixed up. Are you still working on your truck?
Yeah, dude, man, working on real trucks is hard, dude, and it takes forever. I wish there was an easier way to do this.
Wait, there is. It's Truckstar. Truckstar is an interactive game on your phone where you can fix up and repair trucks.
Oh, that's cool, man. Modifying and customizing vehicles is my jam. Is there only one type of vehicle that you can work on?
No, that's the best part. There's a whole variety of different trucks that you can build, and even better, a bunch of different vehicles too.
Nice. How does it work?
It's really easy to pick up. Your shop manager will unload a truck in serious need of repair, and you'll play this really cool match game to unlock all the credits and parts you'll need to get the job done. Complete these match 3 tasks to unlock wrenches and use them to customize the different vehicles. Once you get good by yourself, there's online PK with players from all over the world.
Sick. Dude, this thing's fun and easy to pick up, but hard to put down.
Okay, man, you can play for like 10 more minutes, then we gotta get back to building real cars, or we're gonna lose the shop. Right now, between November 22nd and December 2nd, users can go on the limited time event called Speed Heart, and you can unlock cool cars like the Thunder Chaser. Users who have reached level 35 or over are eligible to enter this event. You guys can go download Truckstar right now and use the special code shown below to get great boosters for a better start. All right, back to cars. Okay, so if you're doing any kind of T56 racing, you should probably be in touch with Tick Performance. They have a killer solution to this issue, and yes, I kicked it off the firewall, but there's plenty of people that say in a Corvette like this, if you're ripping and racing and you stab the clutch, the pedal will stay down, or they don't love to shift over 5,000 RPM, and it's not really the transmission's fault. So what they have, and this fixes all of those issues, is this adjustable, proper master cylinder kit. It's going to bolt through the pedal bracket for us so we know it's not going to break anymore. We'll put some big washers on here too, just for a little bit of extra strength. But it is a Tilton 7/8 master with a proper rod end setup, just much stronger than the stock plastic piece. And they make an AN to the factory quick disconnect line. You know, I would say if you're doing any kind of racing in a Corvette, get yourself one of these. I'm excited. I haven't been able to drive this car. It's been a week now. And I want to put some miles on it, and I can't. So this will be the last piece to get it out and start actually breaking that clutch in properly. All right, so Stone just dragged the old clutch master out of the Corvette. After the first time I broke it, he made this little bracket to try to keep it from rotating. The way that the factory holds the master cylinder into the car. Oh, this might be the problem too. See how bent that is? It's pretty bent. Yeah, part of the kicking. It just goes in and locks into this square, but I kicked the little ears basically off the thing. I don't know. It doesn't look great. This is not the business. This is bent. These teeth are knocked off. This bracket didn't really do the job. That's done. We're upgrading with the tick piece, which is a proper metal master cylinder, which is nice, upgrading from the plastic. Goes in here, you drill a couple of holes, and then this whole unit will go right through the firewall, seal it up, and we'll be in business. I'll be happy to kick my little self to sleep. So there's a little template. You just line up the existing hole with this one hole, drill that sucker, and we'll bolt the tick piece in there. Let's do it. Gonna just push this through. All right, in the center of that puppy. There you go. Drill a hole there, drill a hole there. Everybody's happy.
Especially you.
Especially me. And my kicking foot. All right. The answer is tight. Oh yeah, that's all right. That'll be fine. You are not getting any washers on here or any extra anything. Negative. They barely fit in here. That's why I was like, man. But I believe it's going to be just fine. I think I could have maybe cocked it a little bit this way, but we're going to be just fine. All right, good enough. That'll get it done. Quite a bit better. And then there's a procedure where I think you start with this dialed in pretty far and go from there. Did you see what it said, Stone? Did you read that part?
Yeah, it said.
So this is a turnbuckle. They want them. There's a rod end and a turnbuckle. A turnbuckle works by being reverse threaded on one side. More or less, you break the lock nuts loose, and by turning it one way or the other, you make it longer or smaller without actually having to take it off. That's the beauty of the turnbuckle. And when you just start with it all the way in, clip it on, go under the dash, and adjust it from there. But you always start with everything basically all the way out or all the way in, and then now if you want it longer, you don't need either one to spin. You can just twist it, and it'll get longer in place. Sick. All right, I've got it in. Putting the factory clip on it. And it's just about ready to go back in the car. Cool. All right, so the Tilton setup is rocking. That adjustable master cylinder is in the pedal, and it actually goes in as one unit and gets bolted back up and goes through the firewall. So it's pretty cool. Feels awesome. It's ready to be adjusted. Connect the reservoir and the high pressure line, and this thing will be pretty much ready to rock. Stone's gonna cram it back in the car now, and we will live our lives in a minute.
All right, so one of the coolest things about these factory brake master setups is they have these awesome quick disconnect fittings. It's like a dry lock kind of thing, which is pretty dope. Tick gives you this line with the kit that is a -4AN. -4AN to connect onto the end of the master, and then this clips directly into the dry lock fitting that's on the other side on the release bearing. They tell you to feed this line behind the steering shaft and put it behind that ground strap. And this will run sort of along the frame rail down to the other fitting. Yeah. Right now we're making a show.
I love shows.
Get in
I
there.
watch them almost never.
Except for
I'm always here in the garage.
stay tuned. You don't even watch that one.
I watch it
Sometimes.
to give notes on it.
Yeah. It's the other end of the wrench. This thing is pretty solid.
Good. I'm
Good.
gonna kick it like it owes me money.
All right, so one of the dope things about these lines is they have this dry lock setup, as I mentioned before. We're gonna bleed this out right now. The factory lines have this same fitting as the tick fitting has, as the tick line has, I'm sorry. So we're gonna put a screwdriver in the end, fill the reservoir up from the top. I'm gonna be under there with the screwdriver in here. It's gonna let the fluid run basically all the way through it, get all the bubbles out of it, and hopefully should bleed it all the way, or most of the way, or 98 million
Good
percent
enough.
of the way.
Good enough for the
Good enough
Corvette
for-
sweet date, baby.
Hey!
All right, open her up.
It's open.
Bubbles are coming. Come on. Look at that. Got it?
Yep.
One more.
Fluid?
Open it up.
It's open. It's all the way open.
Is this the recommended tick positioning?
This is it. You want to
Hey.
power in a deep lunge. All right, fire it up. Barb's gonna fire it up. The tick. Instructions say basically start with the rod pretty short and add more stroke as you need to. Put it in gear and see if it goes into first. They go in. Where does it start to grab? Shorten it up.
Inch off the floor, 1.5 inches. It's pretty low.
Shorten it up a little bit maybe.
Shorten it.
I don't know. That's probably a good start.
Pretty good. You want to feel it?
Remember how good this car runs?
Remember how good it sounds?
Oh, what a good car.
Yeah. Johnny, I also just pushed the clutch to the floor to start it. It worked.
I know, I know.
Down a little bit.
Yeah. All right, we got a decent start. Feels great. It works again, which is awesome. I'm gonna finally be able to put the couple hundred miles on this thing that Mantic USA wants in their clutch before we thrash it. Hopefully they don't see the burnout video from last time. Oh wow. It's good. Pedal's definitely lower, but the stroke is good. Let's leave it there for now. All right, the tick adjustable master cylinder is in. Feels solid, feels really good. I'm excited. Car starts with the clutch pedal now, all good stuff. You could alternately lengthen it and put a clutch stop a little bit lower because I'm assuming it's a bigger master, it's a little bit stiffer, but feels really awesome. Right now we have it adjusted that it picks up about 1 inch off the floor. That's safe for our clutch fingers, I believe, and we're gonna leave it. I'm gonna put some miles on this thing.
Real mass. Real mass now.
That thing's so good it turned Barb Southern. It's good. Good stuff.
Into the night.
What's the over under? He's coming back, Stone.
That's a 50-50.
Sounds good. He's like a quarter of a mile away from here. I could hear it like I'm in the car. Good car. Good car.
Oh yeah, real good. Feels real good.
We didn't think you were coming back.
Nah, I thought about it. I hit the highway.
I can hear you 4 miles away.
It is very loud.
Yeah. How's it feel?
Feels great. All right, awesome. I'm gonna take it home, try to put 40, 50 miles on it tonight, bring it back, and then we'll get, keep on rocking with this thing. We've got some pretty big upgrades coming.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. All right, saga continues. I took the Corvette home the other night. It got warm, realized the fans were spinning the wrong way. It's probably what killed the LS1. I figured it out, not with my eyes, but with the tip of my finger, because they were spinning what I thought really slow. So I kept putting my hand in there. I'm like, I'm not feeling any air blasting out this way. And then turns out they were in fact spinning pretty fast because I kept putting it closer and closer in the dark on the side of the road. And the fans were, polarity was switched on the wiring. Got that figured out. It's been running cool ever since. It's probably got another 30 miles on it, continually running cool. We dropped it off with our boys at Phoenix Performance to put a drift/track alignment on this thing. I was worried the car was not so straight because of the rear quarter damage. Turns out, seems to be pretty much fine. It drives really well now, and Stone has been doing just a couple basic upgrades on it. He has a intake that one of the Phoenix guys donated to us. That's an air raid intake with a little custom extension so it fits under the hood. Just a big, proper snorkel filter on it, which is cool. And he's been putting in this super trick catch can setup. He's just finishing it up now. Stone, tell him all about it.
So we got this nice intake tube all done set up here so we won't suck in any small children that pass by. On the next project, we have this beautiful race catch can from Improved Racing. We got this beautiful, nice laser etching here on this. Super cool for them to do that for us. And this thing is all internally baffled, which is awesome too. And it comes with these nice little stock style push type clips that just go right here onto your factory valve cover. So the install doesn't get much easier than that. It really doesn't. So let's get her done. All right, we're just gonna get this guy tightened up. We're gonna move right on to cage and seats, I guess. All the fun stuff.
So we're getting this thing more track ready. The old blasted seats are coming out of this thing. We've got a set of Sparco Evos and Speedway harnesses from the guys at Speedway. They've got all sorts of great racing stuff. Corvettes are really growing on me because I spent my whole life making race cars out of stuff that didn't want to go racing, and Corvettes are like seat harnesses and some good tires away from being ready to go on the track. This car should be good at basically everything. Road racing, hill climb stuff, drifting, drag racing, pretty much everything. They're good cars. This is like the Swiss Army knife of sports cars, and we are getting ready to jam in a roll cage and some race seats, and this thing will be dialed. All right, we're taking a quick pizza break. Thomas brought us a couple of pies from Giovanni's, a local spot that we like a lot. In trade, he's going to pick up that 5.3 motor that is out back that we kind of dumped on its face in the dirt because it's got lots of potential, and we're going to trade him these pizzas for that thing, and then that one's spoken for, so appreciate it.
Stop emailing.
Yeah, stop emailing Barb. You can email him just to say hi, though. Just, hey, Barb, how are you? If you want, that's fine. He loves it. He loves it. Sweet. So I'm going to yank the stock seats out. They offer almost no support. The driver's side is even worse. They're coming out. We've got a roll cage, a bolt-in roll cage. Corvettes are tough. There's no real metal anywhere. A lot of fiberglass, a lot of like glued-in panels. We've got an RPM roll bar with some door bars. That should be good enough to do most of the racing we want to do. But step one, get these old floppy seats out of here. I am a master of taking Corvette seats out because we've done it 9 times in the C6 and it's exactly the same here. And I think we broke one of these in the C6. I think this is the same piece, so I'm gonna save those. But we're going. Excited to go. Pretty serious race car with this thing. Sweet, I'm disconnecting the battery here. We've got the car up on these blocks so that the weight of the chassis is settled. And we're gonna start putting the roll cage in. Roll bar, cage, it's kind of a cage, right?
There it goes.
There it is.
Nice.
All right, this is the roll bar we're using. It's a bolt-in solution from RPM roll bars. We put this on a plane yesterday to get here in time. There were some delays with this puppy. We paid for this bad boy, wanted it red. So the deal is, we needed it in 3 weeks, 6 weeks ago. And now we have it. But we're trying to get to the last event of the year. We paid to put this puppy on a plane because it costs the same, I think, as ground shipping anyway. And here we are, something like that. We're gonna yank the stock belts out. A Corvette is a tough car to put a roll cage into. Body is fiberglass. Some of the floor is fiberglass. There's like a skeleton of some steel. It's a tough car. So a lot of this is gonna be sandwich plates and weird brackets, and it should be pretty involved, but we're gonna get it done. Step 1, pull the seats out. Step 2, pull the stock seat belts out. And we'll see how this thing fits. Anytime you do a roll cage in a car, you want it sitting super square. That's why we have it on its suspension, on these wood blocks, flat as we can get it. If not, you know, the chassis do bend and stuff when they're up on a jack or they're crooked. And then if you start welding stuff together and they're a big roll cage, that's how it's gonna stay. We've got enough interior removed to try to fit this puppy in now. We're gonna try to keep as much as we can, but I don't know if you can keep anything. Cool, all right, we've got this main bar in as best we can. Tried to center it all up, and now I'm gonna start drilling these holes for the plate that goes to this big cross brace. Coming in. All right, I got these holes marked. You drill all the way through this giant bulkhead channel, and then try to put this plate on in the back somehow. I'm excited about it. Okay, now, I guess we're going like this. Aim in. No. I'm there now. Okay, that's one. And so by some miracle, this one, I drilled it pretty straight, goes right through the back plate. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side with one more, and then our plan is to tighten those bolts up, and I'm just gonna drill through here and through the back side, and that should at least allow us to know if we drill from each outside, the bolts will go right through it. Because this, using the force thing is not my favorite.
Beautiful. We get you some bolts.
Okay, good deal. All right, let's bolt these plates. Grab any of the plates and the stuff. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good job there. That's pretty straight. All things considered, that's where I was trying to put it, so.
Nice work.
Not too bad. So now if we bolt these in, I don't have to get lucky 6 more times in a row, because that never happens. I'm gonna drill these 6 here, and then we'll drill the 6 in the back, and the bolts will magically line up. That sounds really good. Period. We can have chips for the smaller kids, Miss Lucy, as long as she is able to be ridden by kids that are 8 or 9. That works great.
What are you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm just ordering ponies. I gotta pick out some ponies. My twins turned 6, so we're getting a surprise. Some pony rides at the house. Should be cool. I had to pick out the ponies, man. It's a hard to look at website. Is it going to be Miss Millie, Miss Lucy? Who knows? They're all Miss. None of them are married, apparently. Yeah. It's one of them is almost as big as a horse, so maybe I'll ride that sucker around for a while. All right, we might have drilled through a vent line. It's somewhat inconsequential. Corvette has saddle tanks. It's like just like the horses, the ponies I'm talking about. Saddle goes across the top and has one tank on either side with a giant fill tube that goes across them. We haven't drilled through that, luckily, but based on what Barb was told from the RPM guys, we should be able to drill this without moving anything. We did let the tanks hang. We pulled the mounts out and they're down a little bit. Looks like we caught one of the vent lines that goes back up to the charcoal canister and the fill tube. It's not gonna be a big deal. I think we just nicked it. So with them down all the way, we're gonna try to start putting those bolts in, see what happens. Big pony day. Horses are the biggest scam in the pet universe because you can get a horse for free and then it costs you
Everything.
hundreds of dollars every month.
It'll cost you your house, your
Costs
life.
you everything.
Tell me about
Stone knows. Ask Stone.
Yeah, my wife has a horse. Horses are very expensive. Places where you got to keep them, food for them, the attention you have to give them alone is expensive.
Yeah.
Everything about horses.
You know how long it took him to learn how to braid that horse's hair?
Oh my gosh.
Forever.
Who eats more, you or the horse?
That's up for debate. If we're doing
Who eats
terms of
better,
pizza,
you or the horse?
definitely the horse.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
That's not even.
All right, let's try to get these bolts through.
Good.
Drilling into Corvettes is awesome because somewhere, some dude with a custom modifications board and some New Balances is crying. Ruining a one of one.
This is one of one with
One of one,
gray
little Arctic
interior.
blue vet with the optional 3.7T suspension and the
We're talking micro.
Bose. Oh, Mike, yeah, the Bose package. All right, got it.
So
Tell me to aim high.
I'm gonna.
This feels like a little bit of like a
Hang on.
motivational speech every time you say that. I'm like, I should aim high. That's a good call, man. I could do anything I put my mind to.
Good.
Hey.
Put some bolts in. Some nuts. Tighten it up. Let's go. Hey.
A lot of blue shavings out here. Hold on.
Hang on. Go. Okay, whack-a-mole.
Good deal. All right, main hoop is in. At least the top is.
More hole drillies.
Kiss just to make it level. Good. All right, rock and roll.
More holes?
Floors, more holes. Let's go.
Holes, floor holes.
Floor holes, floor holes.
That would mean that there's probably like 5 gallons in the driver's side tank only. It'll fuel slosh really bad.
Okay.
So as long as you keep more than 5 gallons in the whole system,
Yeah.
there should be no problem.
Okay. Cool. And then, yeah, you want to meet up somewhere? It's going to be winter here soon, but you want to meet up somewhere and show me how to drive this thing or what?
Yeah, dude. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
You need the Corvette Daddy out there, man.
Yeah, dude, come on out. That'll be awesome.
I've seen you build this car over, I guess it's been like a year since you called me with the idea of the C5. And I'm
Yeah.
like, don't do any other drift car, only do the Corvette. So I'm pumped that you have it going, and you know I'm pumped to freaking drive that.
All right, awesome. All right, we'll set it up and I'll see you soon for sure.
Hell yeah.
I'll let you know how it goes this week.
Cool. Yeah, good luck. Let me know how it goes. Send
All
me
right, buddy.
some videos.
For sure.
All right.
Later. Thank you. That's Matt Field, top Corvette drift
think
daddy.
he said
I think
Corvette
he called
daddy.
Corvette drift daddy in the world. Who is down to come drive this thing soon? So we're gonna put that together one of these days. That'll be awesome.
I love how
He rips. That
I don't
kid
think he
rips.
ever is turned down.
He's not. That's him. That's every day.
The
Solid
ninja.
9.5 out of 10. Revved up. That's how he lives
Awesome.
his life.
Tony, you look like you're in a movie on how to steal a Corvette.
I'll be honest. We've got to steal the Declaration of Independence with this Corvette. They'll never see it coming.
They'll hear it though.
They'll hear it coming for sure. Nice. Nice. All right, there she is. Main hoop is all bolted in. Feels real strong. Got to say the magic words. That's not going anywhere.
Hey.
All right, we're good.
Beautiful. That is very red.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
Push it. That's it.
There you go. Should that be lower than that?
I would think so.
All right, we have bolted up the rear bars. There's a little air gap here you can see. They send you this building girder. This is from the local 308 Ironworkers Union. They send this over. I think you cut this hole out. We're gonna weld this to the frame rail and then bolt through it to get this bolt-in scenario in. You still have to weld it in, so I don't know, it's a bolt-in roll cage with a little bit of welding still. If you were just to weld this thing in proper, you could make a plate on top of the frame rail and bring this all the way down. But they're giving you a way to get it in so that you can bolt it out and remove it at some point if you ever want to, I guess, put your hard top back in here or whatever. So Stone's gonna get in, start drilling some holes, remove this top layer of fiberglass and see about attaching this sucker to the frame rail. Let's do it. All right, so Stone has been in here working to try to make this a little bit stronger than the intended design. So he made a side plate that he's welded onto this hunk of girder that those guys gave us. He's gonna weld this. This is the frame rail of the car under here. And if you sit it in just right, he's got really good coverage. Be able to weld here and here. It'll look killer, and we'll still be able to get in for the bolts, which is super important. So that's how it's gonna look. I'm happy with it. That'll go. Because at first when I saw the outriggers this far off of the frame, it felt kind of weird. I didn't love it, but this is how they do it. They bring them up and over, and with this now it's a U channel, I feel like at least it's probably really strong. So that's good. We'll zip that in and go from there. Cool.
So while Stone is finishing welding up the rear bars in the back of the Vette right now, I'm gonna go ahead and start mounting the seat rails onto the seats with our floor mounts. Tony just hopped in the car real quick and kind of gave a position to start in. So I'm gonna make a quick adjustment here, get him on the floor plates, and then once he's done with welding these rear bars in, we're gonna put the car on the floor, bolt these suckers in.
Yeah, and we're gonna see how I fit and how it feels, and
real good.
Stone's gonna drive it. We'll have to figure out something else.
I was thinking maybe
fine.
that's gonna.
It's fine. All right. But yeah, you got to be really comfortable in your car and really secure. So.
All right, it's gonna do
It's
it.
probably gonna be a couple times of checking it out. Yeah. Race car stuff. Yeah,
How's that feel?
real good.
That's kickback one.
The kickback is great. Feels a little bit crooked this way. Generally pretty good. I'm a shuffle steerer, so I like the wheel up and I have my hands real close and just let it spin. This feels good. I gotta see where the clutch picks up. I could be a little closer. All right, cool. Stone just finished welding up those U brackets that we modified. These things are still nuclear hot, but they look sweet. We're gonna drill through the holes, pull this rear bar section out of here, paint this all black, and then put this on the ground and start working on the front. Get both seats in, toss the steering wheel in the garbage, and put the door bars in, and that'll be good for tonight. If we can get there.
Nice job, Stone. Right in there, huh?
So Barb has the seats, Sparko seats we got from Speedway, bolted to these planted lower brackets. This one's set up the same as we had the driver's seat, and we're gonna hopefully, it's gonna fall right into place.
Cool. Okay.
So because Corvette's left-hand drive driver's car, a little more room on the console over there, a little less over here. Car's already very tight for this cage, and these seats, we are feeling it.
All right, I'm gonna loosen the 4 bolts and just see if I can get a little bit out of it.
All right, so the RPM bar is bolted in the back, so the whole roll bar is in. Those U-channels Stone made turned out awesome. He painted them, he fit the carpet around them and everything. This is looking radical. We're in the front here. We've got these Sparko seats from Speedway. These are Evos. These are really good seats. I've used them before. They're comfortable. They're super light. But we're having an issue getting them to fit with the roll bar, which I think may be set up more for drag racing. So we don't love the way the door bars fit with these Sparko seats. So we're gonna skip that for now. We're gonna pull it out now, put the carpet back in this thing, and bolt the seats in for good. We have made this entirely too nice. Stone's got the whole back end of this thing trimmed in. Barb's put all the plastic back in. It's a race, I don't really know what we're doing, but I love it. I just thought we could throw all the interior stuff in the garbage, but here we are going extra fancy. I'm putting the Speedway harnesses in. These are the Hans side. It's named that because Han Solo always does the driving. It's just the way it goes. Right, Barb?
Yup.
That's the chewy side. Cool. All right, so all the safety gear is in. In the morning, we'll change the steering wheel, do a couple more things, and then we're gonna take this puppy out and see what it can do. And put everybody behind the wheel of it too. It should be wild. Let's go to bed.
All right, so we are just about done wrapping this interior up. It was a long night last night, but we got the cage in for the most part. We got the seats in, we got the harnesses in. We just mounted up the sub belt for this side, so that's all dialed. The last thing really to do in this interior is to put in a proper racing steering wheel and a quick release hub. The dudes over at Grip Royal sent us this custom wheel, which is out of control awesome. Black Alcantara, red stitching. They've got the Stay Tuned Pizza Team logo in the center, and down the bottom it says Pizza Team with a racing problem, which is, they knocked it out of the park. They also sent over this awesome heart-shaped red anodized NRG quick release. Stone is gonna get on taking this airbag out, hopefully not getting it, explode in his face, and take the old steering wheel off, and then we will get this new one in here, and we should be very, very close to getting this car driving. I'm getting very excited. This thing has been quite a transformation, so let's get after it. All right, so Stone disassembled the entire stock steering wheel setup, took the airbag out. All the clips are broken on this, so he put a little drift stitch on either side just to keep all this together now, which is awesome. So now we're gonna put together the quick release setup with the steering wheel adapter. Each car requires its own adapter, and NRG makes different ones, specific for each car. They have a little white dot at the top to tell you when it's centered. So when we pulled the old steering wheel off, Stone had it centered. There's also a notch in the top of the steering shaft here. Steering wheel shaft, hub, nubbin, whatever you want to call it. There is a notch there. So all you do is line up the dot with the slot, which is perfect. Put the old nut on. We are going to torque it up to 30 foot-pounds based on the NRG site. Okay, that's tight. Now we're gonna center the wheels back up because it was spinning a little bit from torquing it. That way we can align the steering wheel perfectly up and down, and we should be good to go. Okay, so this steering wheel we mounted to a quick release. In order to mount it to the wheel, you have to actually pop the quick release out. This is the top hole. There's also a dot on here above the NRG logo to make sure that everything is straight up and down. I like to put a little bit of blue Loctite on these fasteners just to, you know, make sure the steering wheel doesn't fall off when Tony's driving this thing. We've all seen him, you know, we've all seen him whip on these steering wheels, but really, you know, anybody should do this because safety, steering wheel, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these 6 bolts on, little blue Loctite on each one, and then tighten them up in a star pattern. And then we should be good to rock with this thing. Getting very excited. What's cool about all these NRG parts is every time they come with hardware, they also come with the corresponding Allen key, which is awesome because it's really nice to just have tools come with your parts. That is killer. Moment of truth. Let's put this sucker on. Ready? Hey, that feels like a race car. Look at that. Oh yeah. That feels real nice. Wow, that feels awesome. All right. I think that's the end of making this interior a race car. Corvettes are cool, and also so are race cars.
Sweet. Okay, so we have changed the oil since we had broke the motor in on that stuff. We've got the seats in the car, the Sparco Evos from Speedway with their harnesses. We have the full roll bar from RPM in there without the door bars. We put the Grip Royal Sweet custom steering wheel they sent to us in there with the Hart quick release. And we're gonna see what this thing can do. It's been raining, it's been gross, no tracks are open today, but we figured Eastwood's not too far away. They've got benders to make those door bars, and they said we could bring this over and have a little bit of fun. I'm super pumped. Let's rip over there and just see how this thing does, even just getting there. Let's go. Sweet. All right, so we are here at Eastwood Tools in Pottstown, Pennsylvania after a quick drive. Our C5 is rocking. It feels really good on the road. It's making plenty of steam. The seats are awesome. It feels super precise with those knuckles on it. And these guys are gonna let us tear up the parking lot, which is
the coolest.
This is now my favorite.
Favorite
place ever. So huge thanks to them. This is awesome. I think the plan is we're gonna put a cone down, see how this thing slides around. It's a little wet out here right now. Get Barb in the car, get Stone in the car, see if we can teach them a few things and how they do, and then I'll make sure everything works and we'll do the thing.
Go from there.
All right,
I'm excited.
cool. I'm gonna feel it out real quick. So I haven't really slid this car around at all. We basically only put a few miles on it. I've only, you know, and it's been a long time since I've been on, you know, track with a car, but I'm excited. So you'll just whip it in. When it starts to rotate, let it go. Little counter steer. Try it again. The car makes a ton of steam and torque. It's a little slick, so it will annihilate these tires very easily. Ugh. All right, do some donuts. Make me proud, drag racer guy. All right, don't hit the trucks.
I'm gonna do my best.
Step one, don't hit the trucks. Don't hit the trucks. take your foot all the way off or all the way on the gas. Kind of find a little, like when you dip it all the way off, it's going to unsettle the car.
Got it.
So don't take it all the way off, but just kind of find a place where you can settle it. Now, it'll be all right. And it is like slick, that ain't it. Felt cool though. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely slick.
Real slick, yeah.
I feel like this would be a little easier if it wasn't so slick out.
So because we're going up and down the hill, also like
the car
it's like
slides
sliding.
down.
Yeah, you have to manage it like up and down. But it's gonna be hard up and then down. It's just gonna go. So yeah. There you go. Now more gas up the hill. There you go. Don't hit the trucks. This thing is asleep doing this. This motor is so powerful. It's so powerful.
Are you gonna wake up?
Alright, let's try it on the flat. I think it'll be easier. I'm gonna put it right back where it was. I think it'll be easier to manage, even if there's water flying around. He'll get it, maybe. I don't know. Don't hit stone,
Yep.
Don't hit stone. There you go, let it go through your hands a little bit. Woo! Got Taniguchi next to me over here. Yeah. Hold the throttle, hold it. A little more, that's it. Pull out a win. There you go. We'll take that.
Alright.
Sweet.
I could feel the difference in the elevation.
Yeah, for sure. We got Barb to do some donuts right around the cone. He got to settle in, find his line. He's using a lot of big correction, but you did it. It was awesome. Yeah,
That was super fun.
pretty solid. Pretty
Yeah.
solid work there.
Thank you.
We brought it down from the hill because the hill, you got to like fight your way up it and then slide. He really wants to dump down the hill. So this is flatter.
Yeah.
This is where we'll start. I figure we could get stone in there, do the same thing. Then we'll try doing some turns basically, or some figure eights.
This is
And
awesome.
then, we'll just keep doing burnouts until they throw us out of here probably. All right, it's time for Stones to get his giant body in this car that's fitted for me and see if he can do the same thing. Here we go. Oh boy.
You need to take the roof off or what?
Yeah, we might.
Might need to. Good thing the steering wheel's not here. Become one with the cone.
Make sure the car doesn't become one with those trucks and we'll be good. So yeah, give it a quick turn in. It's got so much power, just leave it in first. Quick turn in, little throttle. When it starts to rotate, either let go or counter steer it. Try to find a happy medium where you're like 30% throttle. Don't go super hard on it or super hard off of it. That'll keep the chassis pretty settled.
Not on the limiter.
Don't do that.
All right.
I'll watch the gauges and stuff, so just try to drive it.
Just gonna do a quick lap. Get used to
Yep,
it.
that's fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of steering, huh?
It's got quite a bit, yeah. There you go. Look at you. This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I love drifting.
Sick. All right, we'll do it. All right, we'll call that good.
I grew up in the snow.
Same, dog. You want to try want to do a figure eight? Let's go right into it.
Heck yeah.
So point that way, towards Barb. There you go, stay on the gas. You can pull that handbrake again if you want. There you go, little throttle. Oh, don't hit the truck, don't hit the truck. Too much. There you go. Too much. Too much. That's right. Yeah, you.
All right, one more and I'll give it to you.
All right. Too much. That'll work. Keep going. There it goes.
Nope.
That's all right.
That was great.
I was like, should I pull this? Should I not pull this? He's doing awesome. He's having a good old time.
Hell yeah. That was good enough for me, man.
Got to play.
Someone
I
else
swear.
play.
Ah,
That was sick.
hell yeah. Corvettes, man. They're so good. This thing handles so good.
My truck needs an angle kit immediately.
Yeah.
Did great. Heck yeah.
Hold on. Man, she's slick. What up? Pretty good. She's pretty good. Pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good car.
Good car.
Pretty good. I'm gonna cool it off.
I'm just gonna go around this a few times and gonna get my rhythm again.
Okay. He's gonna get his rhythm back. There you go. Look, king of donuts over here. Got greedy there. A little greedy. There you go. Gas, gas, gas. Point the front end that way.
Yep.
You're good. Gas, 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 gas. There you go. That's it. Now turn. Less gas, less gas. Almost. You're doing good. That's not easy.
I know. You make it look so easy. You're like,
All right, the Corvette is working awesome. This is the first time we've ever done anything serious with the car. It feels really good. That motor is stout. Barb was having a blast. Stone did pretty great sliding around. This has been awesome. Barb did great for a dude who's never done it before. I'm gonna now just take it on one more little run, maybe up the stakes a little bit, come around the building, throw it in front of the wall here, loop it through here again, maybe do a big burnout at the end. We'll see what happens. I'm having a blast. All right, this has been a blast. The Snowcone Corvette absolutely rules. This has been a long time coming with a couple of blown motor setbacks and
Feels
usual delays, but man, we have ourselves a little heater here, and it's so fun. Thanks to the dudes at Eastwood for letting us come play here. Speedway sent over the seats and the harnesses.
Yeah.
Barb and Stone got to drive. This has been
was
awesome.
awesome.
All right, that's it for this episode of Stay Tuned, and we will see you guys next time.